Are we tussling?
What did you say? What the fuck did you say?
I said, what fucking 21 and we're motherfuckers, boys, motherfucker.
I love it, man, dude.
Yo, motherfucker, 21, Andrew James Chorus on the mic, anal leak 69, back on the track like a motherfucker on his 21st. September 1st, 1997, motherfucker had a lot of drinks.
OG
And didn't get no what?
Y'all suck that bitch. Yay. Yep. Yay. What the fuck's going on, boys? We out here. This is the Juul podcast, the Jppc. We are out here in my basement. This is your boy, Chris Layton, sitting here with the one and only Daniel motherfucking McNabo.
Also known as Young Fuck Man. You already know we're going to be referencing tons of tracks. We're going to be spitting bars, and we're going to be fucking hoes in this goddamn basement. You already know what's going on. Chris Layton, get us into this shit.
This is the Juul podcast once again, ladies and gentlemen, where we are going to be discussing the one and only greatest vape ever made, and our sponsor, which is not paid for, the Juul. The Juul is, we've been talking about the Juul, man, for so long, dude. I started Juuling, 2 years ago, maybe?
Oh, yeah. 2 years ago, you came back from Boston, Juuling, and
dude,
you got us all hooked.
I really did, man. And ever since then, every single Cloud Ripper has Juuled. Even Andrew's taken a puff, man. And Andrew's, the good boy of the group.
Andrew is the golden child, and he is even sinned with this. Now, one person that has had his life entirely consumed by this, we know him by the initials CD.
CFD.
CFD.
Chris fucking Day. Yes, Chris fucking Day, a.k.a. Chris Frank Day, a.k.a. Slimeball, a.k.a. what's that guy from Lord of the Rings?
Legolas.
Gollum. Yes, that's the fucker we're talking about. Can't wait to see him tomorrow, dude. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a while.
Been a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him, dude.
We cannot get into the Juul podcast without taking a fat rip.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and take the rip. Danny, you talk to him while I'm taking this rip here.
As a man that's been sober for 5 weeks, it's been hard. I'll tell you that. And you know what? I appreciate the fact that all of us have been able to share in this entire experience. The Juul has brought us together. It has torn our wallets apart.
It really has.
But
here we go, Daniel.
Pause, cut, go.
Do the honors, Danny.
Here we go. Fat rip. Vape City.
And as I'm speaking, Daniel's taking a rip of the J of a fresh mango pod. And, he's blowing O's.
Ooh, never quit the game. Can't take the game out of the player, son.
And you never know, man. You can't be smoking the Juul sober, which is a lie. You definitely can. But when you're drinking beer, you gotta have the Juul. Danny, what's in your hand right now? What are you drinking?
Right now, I'm drinking a delicious Belgian-style wheat ale, Florida Cracker. Y'all try it. Our unofficial sponsor, which refuses to pay us, we pay them for drinks.
We pay them. I'm sipping on a Blue Moon. It is a Brewer Select mango weed flavor. Actually super great. I had no idea that rap was playing in the background, but should I keep it going?
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had one of my latest raps playing.
Should I keep it going?
King.
I think I will keep it going. I mean, just like a subtle background noise.
Not bad. I kind of like it, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. We'll keep it going.
Definitely. Can't wait till I Got Hose comes on.
Dude, I Got Hose will definitely be coming on soon. Definitely have to take it like halfway through. Definitely play Ultimate Pod at one point because the dudes will love that shit.
Ooh.
Maybe just us because we made it and it's the greatest rap ever made, but they might like it too.
Yeah. Story behind Ultima Pod. That was inspired. Okay, tell us how you got into your lyrics on Ultima Pod. What got you to write the lyrics that you did for that?
Dude, so basically with Ultima Pod, it was all with the Juul, man. I mean, and also the Ultima, of course. But
both of us drove Ultimas. We whipped that shit for years.
Years, man. When I turned 16, I got my first Ultima. It later died, or it didn't die, but when my brother turned 16, I gave it to him as the great brother I am. How did your Ultima go to pieces, Daniel?
This is actually the entire inspiration behind my verse on Ultima Pod.
Yeah.
I was actually smoking the Juul. I just started smoking. I was driving back to Athens from Thanksgiving break.
What road were you on again?
I was on 316. It was funny. What was in my hand? Promethazine.
On 316.
I was sipping on promethazine on 316.
Okay.
Everything got together. So I was like, yeah, driving on 316, sipping on promethazine.
Were you putting in work?
I was putting in the work.
Were you getting lots of dough?
I was getting lots of dough.
Wasn't there someone next to you in the car?
A big fucking hoe.
Okay.
And then I see traffic stopping ahead of me. I go, skirt! Come to a stop. Bang!
You got your bell rang?
I got my bell rang.
Jeez, was it the end of the Ultimate Gang?
When I got out of my car, I looked at the back and I said, this is the end of the Ultimate Gang.
Jesus Christ.
And my head was spinning. I was dazed and confused. My left wrist got smashed against my steering wheel as the car hit me. My left wrist was bruised.
Yep.
My car obviously got fucking abused.
Oh, yeah.
I got back to my place. I started drowning my saws in Juuls and booze.
Yeah, and booze.
And I realized at that point, Ultimas are going out in twos.
Yeah, man, because I already had the Camry by then, and then when your Ultima died, that was it.
It was actually foretold the future. They did go out in twos so quick.
And that was the end of the Ultima Gang.
And the Ultima is actually, both of them are retired, right? Because it
Yes, yeah,
it broke on Daniel. Completely broke.
It broke down on Daniel too. Yeah, man. So great story in the past. Ultimas were a solid car, but we're moving on, and we're moving on to a new chapter in our life called Han Yoda, because you now whip a Honda and I now whip a Toyota.
Yep.
The rap's on the way.
That rap has been in the work since March.
But
we promise you it's coming. You got any bars written for it at all?
Dude, I got something in the works, man.
Okay.
I got something in the works. But
he does not have anything in the works.
I have nothing in the works. I totally just lied to the pod, but it's okay. JPBD.
Sorry, JPPDs. Da-da-da-da. Sometimes I rhyme so fast. Spoiler. One verse. Thinking of going on Han Yoda. YFM and ETG. Got a new whip, but it ain't for free. New car smell, and it ain't for breeze. Got a new girl, and she on her knees. Bitch, I drive a Han Yoda, fuck a Bentley, fuck a labor, all the way to red line. All the car to the finish line. Every girl that gets a dime in this crazy life mine. 8K out the door, buy it at the show for. Bitch, I drive a Han Yoda.
Bitch, I drive a Han Yoda. It's gonna be fire song. It's gonna be so fire when it comes out.
It's gonna be so fire.
It's gonna be hard to top Ultimate Pod, but I think we'll make it work.
We have so much to talk about on this podcast. We got music in the works. Rap Shot just updated. Collabs are easier than ever. We got Supreme that we're wearing on the reg. People ain't even talking to us. We put our hands in their fucking face. We're like, hey, do not talk to me. You are a fucking moron. You don't wear designer. Fuck off. In fact, Layden, what you wearing on your legs right now? Jesus Christ, you're so icy.
Bro, dude, on the legs right now, I'm wearing the Needles track pants. They're the most comfortable pants I've ever worn in my entire life. Matthew actually tried them on last night. He said how comfortable they were. I'm definitely going to let you try them on after the pod. Dude, I mean, Nepothin's New York, Nepothin's Japan, bro. It's a rising brand, dude. Kith sells them. Bodega in Boston sells them, bro. I mean, they're on the come up, dude, and I recommend getting a pair if you have the money for it. They aren't cheap. I got mine a really good deal off Grailed, but I highly recommend getting a pair at one point.
Honestly, you haven't even told me about some of the highlights of your trip in Boston. How was that like, anyways?
Okay, so are we on to the traveling section of the pod now?
Yeah, because you talked about Bodega, and, obviously you visited Bodega and a ton of various other places. You went shopping, you stayed with a friend there.
Yep. So, went to Boston 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. 2 week's ago. 2 weeks ago from this weekend, I flew up there. Saw some old college homies, stayed at the crib, did shopping, drank, smoked, watched sports. That's basically it, man.
These guys still go to the Fisher and everything?
Yeah, 2 of them go to Fisher, and then one guy came down from Connecticut to stay with us too, because he was an old freshman college friend too. But yeah, the 2 guys have their own place in Allston, which is like a city outside of Boston. Really nice place, man. Like, I got hoses on, by the way.
I know, I noticed that. Yeah. I love it.
It was cool, man. Did some shopping. Shopping up there is super expensive, man. I love the fashion scene up there. It's a bunch of people who can dress like fuck, and they actually pay attention to clothes. A lot of cool boutiques up there. I copped a pair of helmet length denim for like $60 at Buffalo Exchange. I have them on grilled right now for like $150. Hopefully I can get $150 for them. That'd be clutch.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, took a couple fit picks. That was about it, man. Just watched the Red Sox, who are doing really well in the World Series right now. They actually made it to the World Series.
Yeah, they beat the Yankees recently.
Yep, and then the Houston Astros again. Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep, and then LA Dodgers are playing the Brewers. So probably going to be the Dodgers and the Red Sox in the 2018 World Series. It's going to be cool, man. So, yeah, that was basically my Boston trip. Danny, what you got coming up in the works? Anywhere cool?
Well, obviously this past weekend, Corn, Day, me, Mason went down to New Orleans.
Yep.
And that was one hell of a ride. We took off about 7 in the morning from Athens. We got there. There was a time zone change. We got there probably around like 2 or 3. Immediately, get into our room, 16th floor. You can see the Saints Superdome from where we're staying. You can see everything over the city. We're chilling down our beers and stuff like that. I take a rip of the Juul, first time in forever. Mm-hmm. And we immediately go out to explore the city. The coolest thing about New Orleans is you can drink on the streets. So Day and I go down to the bar. We both get an old fashioned, which is a bourbon with maraschino cherry, a little bit of pineapple, all mixed up into a cocktail. It is a man's drink.
Cocktail motherfucking season, baby.
That was cocktail season right there. And
were you wearing Supreme at the time?
Yes.
You were dripped in Supreme.
I was dripping in Supreme, payphone tea. People want to talk to their fucking family. They got to come through me first.
Yep.
I'm wearing my payphone. Do not talk to me.
You have the most clout in that city by far.
Absolutely.
Your clout levels are off the fucking charts.
People do look up to people that spend money on clothes.
Yeah. It's just about the clout, man. I mean, like, chase the clout.
I feel like that's what makes us such good rappers sometimes. The fact that we're willing to do the things that other people aren't. We're willing to blow our paychecks. Honestly, what the deal is for our next flight, we're trying to be the 5 motherfuckers on the plane all the way from Atlanta to the Big Sack. And we're going to do it.
Oh, dude, definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going to have to get my ticket, dude. I still don't know if I'm going to book through Delta or Southwest. I'm still, laying out my options here. But I'm super excited, dude. It's going to be so fucking fun. I know Andrew's looking forward to seeing us. And I really am, too. I've never been to California. Well, I have, but LAX. But I never left the airport. But I'm definitely looking forward to, exploring California, bro.
I'm actually, honestly surprised. I bought my ticket just thinking that maybe things would get brushed off and it was just time for me to act. But the fact that everyone jumped on top of it, I think we might have solid 4 Cloud Rippers there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Hopefully,
maybe 5.
Hopefully Matthew pulls the trigger. He'll have to get on a flight standby, so it's going to be tough. But I feel like he can do it. I mean, he usually comes through with that kind of shit when he flew to LAX like 2 summers ago. But yeah, man, it's going to be fucking dope. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time.
I know. I really can't wait to see all the things that San Francisco has. They say one of the most heavily populated gay cities.
Yep, I think it is the most, isn't it? It has the most.
Didn't want to say it, but I think it is.
Hey, we don't discriminate in this pod, do we? We don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate,
But we do, though.
We didn't discriminate against David and Brandon.
That never happened, though, so.
That actually did not happen.
Yeah, it did.
That did happen.
It did happen. In Dave's apartment. Old apartment, yeah. That was a funny night. Me and Sarah Parker.
Yeah. Weirdest night of my life. I will tell you that.
Yeah, man, that was a cool night though. But honestly, where are we going with this?
I don't know.
Dude, I've got a couple trips coming up. I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks from today, actually. I leave for Florida in 2 weeks. So I'm going to the Florida game.
Oh, shit, with Tyler. That's
yeah,
right.
I'm going with Tyler, Melissa, and Sydney. They play Missouri. It's going to be a fucking cool game. I'm excited to go to Florida, go to Gainesville. Should be fun. I'm seeing my cousins who go there. A couple of my cousins go there. They're both in sororities, so hopefully, little meet some people.
OPHJ.
Little OPHJ action. I'm just like, yo, babe, hit my Juul. Be like, wow, you have clout. And that's basically it. I'll just be wearing Supreme, and they'll be on my dick. Basically how it works, boys. For anyone listening to this pod, wear Supreme, have a Juul, clout. Pussy.
It just comes.
It just comes.
You gotta be 6'5", too.
6'5" helps, and having a slang, definitely helps, too. The shaft just goes.
Dude, let the shaft point you towards the puss. It always finds its way in there.
It's like a fucking metal detector, basically.
Yeah, like a compass. Like it just points to where you need to go.
Yep. Speaking of women, Daniel, how's your sex life been doing?
Okay. Into my sex life. We actually talked about it a little bit in the Instagram group chat. No, I have not fucked in a while since high school.
Since high school.
Yeah, it's
so
insane.
you've been to UGA for 2.5 years now, and you no pipe.
Bro, I have